Hello everyone, it's Andre from SWL. I have an interesting new radio to show you today. It is this Raddy RF886. It's the second one from the left, you can see there. It is a new addition to my very small collection of these small pocket radios. These radios appear to be extremely popular. This XH Data D220 that was released not too long ago has really got everyone talking because it's a very sensitive, very nice little radio. Now I saw this Raddy on Amazon a while ago. It was about $25. Never seen this one before. It was also released this year. So I thought, yeah, let's try it. Bought one. It arrived about a week ago. I've been testing it. And yeah, I'm really impressed. This is, again, another little pocket radio that seems to be full of surprises. It arrived in this box. So yeah, a very simple box. It's just white all around with very little detail actually on the box, the name of the radio, and that's pretty much it. And yeah, the address of Raddy in the USA. And then inside the box there was basically just the radio, a manual, one of these big fold out manuals, but you don't even need the manual because it's really, really simple to use this radio. There's a USB Type-C cable, this one, as you can see. And yeah, that's all. That was all that was in the box. If we look at the back, is the coverage. It covers FM 64 to 108 megahertz, medium wave from 520 to 1710. You can do 9K or 10K steps. Shortwave is from 3.2 to 21.95 megahertz, so not the full shortwave band, but yeah, what's missing, I mean, there's not much happening there in terms of regular shortwave broadcasting, so that's still okay. Then it's got weather band, and it's got VHF from 30 to 199.975 megahertz, as you can see there. So that VHF channel, I haven't been able to pick up anything there yet. I've been testing it. But I know in some countries, like in Canada, they use that VHF channel for even for airline communication. So yeah, depending on where you are, you might be able to pick up something interesting there. So if we do just a quick size comparison, this D220 is quite well known by now. The two of these are kind of similar in thickness and similar in width. Look at it like that, but the Raddy is a little bit taller. Yeah, it's just a little bit longer on that side. Both are still quite pocketable. These are clearly pocket radios that you can easily carry around. Now, the nice thing about this Raddy, similar to this XH Data, it seems to be quite sensitive. I've been doing some shortwave tests and it's really, really good. You will see that later in this video, which makes it a very, very nice travel radio. This is really something that you can take along. You don't even have to worry about the space that it will take up in your bag, or you just put it in your pocket literally and take it along. I'm certainly going to be using this one for that. It just lends itself perfectly to that because the reception is quite nice. And actually, I forgot to mention this. This was also in the box. You get this wire antenna. It's a clip-on wire antenna, so you can just use this clip here. It's nicely sealed also there, and you simply clip this on like that to the whip antenna there. And this little loop here, you can just hang it anywhere. So this is very convenient. You can take this and the radio. My shortwave test that you will see later in this video, I was using only this. So what you get with the radio, I'm showing you how that will work if you get this radio. Let me just tell you a little bit more about the radio. It is extremely easy to operate. Just a few buttons. There's no tuning dial though. Also for the tuning on shortwave and medium wave, for example, it tunes only in the steps. So in shortwave it tunes in 5 kilohertz steps, on medium wave in 9 kilohertz steps, or 10 if you want to change it to that. And you tune with these arrows down here. But that of course means that you cannot tune into a station that's not within that range of the steps. So that limits you a little bit. But that's what you tune. This channel minus and channel plus, that is for your memory. You can save the stations in the memory there, or using that scan function. And to retrieve them, you simply press this channel minus channel plus, and you will find your stations in the memory. There you do your band settings. That's to lock your keypad. This is for your time, and that is to set your alarm. You can use the buzzer or you can use the radio as the alarm. And on the side we have this button, which is for the flashlight. As you can see, it's got a flashlight, and that is actually quite convenient. It works even when the radio is off. See there, I press the flashlight, it's on, and it's got a flashing mode as well. So those two modes, just press again, it's off. Now this is very interesting, the on-off button, the power button. If you press it once, let's just wait for that screen to go away. You see the screen is dark all the time, but the time is there. If you press this one once, there you will see your time. And that's all. The radio doesn't switch on now. If you press it second time, now it switches on. And if you press it once again, this is also very interesting, it pauses the radio. Well, obviously it doesn't pause it, but what it does, it mutes the sound. So yeah, now it's just muted. And you can see the radio is still on. I've made the mistake already that I press this button and then it's not off, and then the battery ran out. So to switch off the radio in a different way, pressing it once will only mute it. To switch off, you need to hold it in, and there it's off. It will show you the time briefly, and then also the screen will go dark again, which obviously helps with power saving. But you just want to check the time quickly, press it again, gives you the time. Press it again, and we are on, and then hold it in. There it's off. So I think that's actually really quite cool. I like it. This will save the battery. I think it's got one of those BL5C's batteries inside, because you cannot actually open it, but that's the only battery that will fit here. So those cell phone type batteries. Obviously, if you want to, you can use a screwdriver and probably open it and change your battery, but it's not like made in a way where you can easily change the battery. So that might also be something that some people might not like that much. But I think this was designed in a really nice way. It's a nice looking little radio, very simple to operate. And as I said, the reception is quite good. So what I'm going to show you now is a medium wave scan, an FM scan, and a shortwave scan. And you can see how it performs. It is quite good on shortwave. You can actually see right at the end of this video, I'll show you on one signal, it's Radio France International. You can see how the Raddy sounds with that signal, and then I just show you the same signal with the same antenna on the Qodosen DX-286. And the Raddy sounds fine, there's no issue. What is also really nice is there's an equalizer. There's 6 equalizer settings, and they actually work on shortwave as well. So you can, when you are in shortwave, and you will see me when I'm showing you the shortwave scan, you will see me doing that. When you're in shortwave, you can actually use the equalizer setting to clarify some signals. There's no bandwidth setting on the radio, but the equalizer setting sort of seems to work like, obviously it isn't a bandwidth setting, but it works a bit like that. So it helps you to maybe bring out some voices that are a little bit unclear at certain equalizer settings, then you can just change it. You will see, as I say, in my shortwave scan. So as I said, we're going to do a medium wave scan. I'm going to do the medium wave scan in daytime. So just a couple of daytime signals that I am able to catch here in Johannesburg. And then there is the FM scan. It picks up some distant stations, not just the local stations. And then there is quite a long shortwave scan to show you what this radio can do on shortwave. And I just want to say, for the medium wave scan and for the FM scan, I am recording with a little microphone directly from the radio speaker, so that you can get an idea of what the radio speaker sounds like. The shortwave scan, however, the sound is recorded digitally, just so that you can hear the signals a bit better. So I used an audio cable that I plugged into the headphones. You get stereo sound through the headphone plug as well when you plug in headphones. So I used that audio cable into my Texan ICR 110, and then I recorded the sound digitally onto this one, just for shortwave. So what that means is what you hear for shortwave on this one, that is what you would hear through the headphones. But you can hear what the speaker sounds like in my FM scan and in the medium wave scan that I will do now. So if we switch it on, remember, one time only the time, second time it's on. Here we can do the bands. If you press that, we've got the weather band there. There's also Bluetooth. I forgot to even mention that. So you can also stream Bluetooth to this radio. And there is the FM band. There is the VHF band. And this is the medium wave band. And then, of course, shortwave. So I'm going to show you 3 stations here on medium wave, local stations. It will be LM radio, which is 702 kilohertz, the Radio Pulpit, which is 657 kilohertz, and then there is Radio Islam, which is from a 1 kilowatt transmitter. It is a local station in Johannesburg, but it is in a suburb that is quite far away from me. It's well over 40 kilometers to the west from where I am, so that one often is quite weak.
The devil's roared, shot and perplexed, as wounds that if Satan kicked him in his side, and blood water flowed. Take your time with the LM chime. It is 3 o'clock.
LM Radio, transmitido de Maputo e Gauteng em onda média. LM Radio.
So that was a medium wave scan. It's obviously not fantastic on medium wave. There is, it would be my guess, a tiny little ferrite antenna probably there, maybe about that length. So it's not a DXing powerhouse for medium wave for sure. Much better on FM and quite a lot better on shortwave, even with the relatively short antenna. But as I said, for shortwave, I actually used this one. You can see also in this picture here just how I hung up this antenna for shortwave DXing. So what follows now is the FM scan. I'm looking at some local stations and then also some distant ones. There is one that comes from Pretoria, which is another city. It's about 50 kilometers from Johannesburg, so that's a more distant signal. It does pick it up.
Hy speel my boetie in Spooksoeker. So ek het in hulle tuinwoonstel gaan bly vir die tydperk en hulle het my so tuis laat voel. Dit het nie gevoel asof ek alleen bly op my eie is in 'n vreemde stad, 'n vreemde plek weg van die huis af nie. En dit het ook dinge makliker gemaak van met vervoer en goeders, want ek kon saam met hom ry en hy het my bietjie die Kaap gewys en goeders is dit. So ja, ek en Paul is baie goeie vriende en ook in Spooksoeker sal julle nou sien hoe sterk ons verhouding groei. So ja, dit is baie lekker.
Ek moet nou natuurlik ook vra, jy het gesê jy was vir 2 maande weg van die skool af. Hoe het julle daardie gemaak werk?
So dit was nogals moeilik. Ek het met die skoolhoofde gaan
getting rave reviews for that same show on Broadway as well. What a privilege to have witnessed such genius in action. And Jamie Lloyd will be directing a brand new production of another musical by Andrew Lloyd Webber in London next year. Yes, Evita. I must say I can't wait to see that. Anyway, moving along on this Thursday evening, Sir Van Morrison on Hot 1027, one of his signature songs, Have I Told You Lately That I Love You?
So that was the FM scan, really quite good, as you saw. And the sound is quite nice. You can hear that the speaker sound from this little speaker is not bad at all. And then now I will end the video with the shortwave scan. You can see on all the bands, but also now when I'm going to show you the shortwave scan, there's actually also a signal strength indicator on this radio, which is quite spectacular for such a small and relatively inexpensive radio. If you look right at the top of the display on the radio, you can see the signal strength there.
خلای مسلې نه دي حل شوي د پاکستان په لار د سامانونو ایکسپورټ خرچه او ستړي هم ورته سیوا شوي نو تفصیل تاسو ته د دوبۍ نه دي واخلي الله در د رپورټ وړاندې
dolara biliyoona 3.1 gara dolara Ameerikaa biliyoona 5.8 fudhateera. Riiformichi kuufama sharafa alaa Itoophiyaa guddisaa akka jiru arguu dandeenya.
Obbo Muratu baankileen daldalaa biyyattii keessa jiran ji'oota 3 keessatti sharafa waliin caqasu.
Jaarmiyaan fayyaa addunyaa yookaan WWVH weerara dhukkuba mudataniif addunyaa qopheessuuf marii itti fufee jira. Biyyoonni miseensa jaarmiyaa fayyaa addunyaa waliigalaa ittisa weerara
دكتور محبة الصحابة دار
كسفر وصعيد وقع عمالة ست سفر كان شو حتى معلت عيتن قصني بالناس زي أبزوي الناس بحواتنا نفات نمبر نحواتنا نزحت كوينا خين نركب كل زي كنت نرقم جلنا نمحر
جماعة سمينا وموضوع فينا قالوا من سياسة مسار وتكلف وسألوا لقيتهم يفهم الطلبات كانوا يقولوا ما يجي الناس ما لو قالوا لهم سواء تراكي حتى غير ولدت وجاءتنا من هناك بلدان لو ما نرون جمهورات نفسياتهم
قال صاحب المؤتمر السيد مالك عبد كلمة في مسيرة جماهيرية في منطقة إيغاد بوري وسلط الضوء على العديد من مشاريع البنية التحتية التي بدأها رئيس الوزراء السابق السيد وهلا الليرو واصفا إياها أساسا لتنمية البلاد. وفي بلاد جاركم تتواصل الحملات الانتخابية أيضا على قدم وساق استعدادا للمرحلة الثانية من الانتخابات التشريعية في الولاية حيث يقاتل زعماء كل من التحالف الديمقراطي الوطني الحاكم Allah'ın yoksunlar. Uyaman yoktuğa. Allah'ın yatağına vak. Allah yemme ümmete kuşuğa yemme ümmete kamacana nakaşeta.
甚至降低入学标准。英国工党政府近期还宣布，尽管面临诸多价格指数上调。
Conversation equals tariffs, but it's worth remembering. Solo parents, porters, mga magsasaka at mga isda. Sa kabuuan, naabot sa 7,500,000 pesos na halaga ng ayuda ang naipamahagi ng DSWD sa dalawang lugar sa Mimaropa. Ang isinasagawang pamahagi ng assistance to individuals in crisis situations sa mga miyembro ng TODA sa lungsod ng Calapan.
waliigaltee uumaa jiru taa'amni hariiroo waliin qabaniin irratti yoo hundaa'e akkasumas waraana Yuukireen irratti pirezidaantii Vilaadimiir Puutiin waliin waliigaltee uumuuf kan karoorfate yoo ta'e haala tilmaamamuu hin danda'amnetu uumamaa jedhu xiinxaltoonni. Dhaggeeffattoota amma moodelsaalee gaggabaaboo muraasa. Ergama deeggarsaaf tasgabbii gamtaa Afrikaa haaraa Somaaliyaatti bobbaafamu keessatti kan hin hammatamne Itiyoophiyaan Al-Shabaab dhabamsiisuu itti fufaa jette. Dubbii himaa ministeera dhimma alaa Itiyoophiyaa Ambaasaadder Nabiyaat Geetaachoo kunuun Itiyoophiyaan garee hidhattoota Al-Shabaab dhabamsiisuuf eegalte akka itti fufu kamisaa irraa beeksisaniiru. Gabaafameen
日本の東へ離れていきます。代わって大陸からは日本海へ高気圧が移動してくるでしょう。北日本は次第に高気圧に覆われそうです。沖縄は雲に覆われるです。午前中は雨になるでしょう。午後は天気が回復に向かい晴れます。
kufanele ukuthi sikunanzelele ukuthi akukho la izano PF abaphinda kuthiwa khona mathina abasasikhona 1908 until today akula tshintsho oluya
n'échappe pas aux raids israéliens. Au moins 3 morts, 12 blessés. Nos envoyés spéciaux nous attendent au Liban. C'est un match de football qui dépasse le cadre sport.
Un peu plus de 100 000 doses, et nous sommes pour l'instant, nous remercions seulement les adultes, parce que nous observons l'organisation de ce mois des adultes. L'OMS vient de donner une qualification chez les enfants de 12 à 17 ans.
imprense israelitas libertados em Gaza e, finalmente, os participantes ao congresso promovido pelo Dicastério para a Causa dos Santos.
Cari fratelli e sorelle, buongiorno, benvenuti. Saluto tutti voi che avete preso parte al convegno sul tema del martirio e dell'offerta della vita.
Notamment un pharmaciste me disait que c'était de son devoir de rester pour fournir des médicaments à la population, même si beaucoup d'habitants sont partis, ceux qui restent semblent désoubliés.
Alors, Baalbek, visé par l'armée israélienne, Muriel, la banlieue sud de Beyrouth est aussi
Qu'elle va frapper afin de permettre, dit-elle, aux civils de partir rapidement. Elle affirme à viser ces derniers jours des dépôts militaires du Hezbollah. Vous pouvez imaginer l'ampleur des destructions. Les bombardements sont quotidiens, de jour comme de nuit.
Merci Muriel Paradon, accompagné de Julien Boileau. Enfin, un chiffre.
Le Maccabi Tel Aviv et les violences ont éclaté après les provocations et l'échange actifs des supporters israéliens pris en charge ensuite par des supporters néerlandais.
Des heurts, Amélie, qui ont affecté l'organisation.
So there we have it, the Raddy RF886, a surprising little radio flying under the radar. I haven't heard much of this one, haven't seen many reviews. It's $25, so not cheap. But $25 is still, I think, a very reasonable price for what you get. You get all those bands, you get really quite good shortwave performance, quite good FM performance. Medium wave is fine for your local stations, and at night it will pick up some stronger, more distant stations. You've got the weather band if you're in the US, and then that VHF band, plus the Bluetooth. So this is a lot in a very small package. Really quite an interesting and surprising little radio.